Hey everyone, I'm Lorraine with Sow the Land, and I am going to be showing you how to make a beef liver cabbage stew. This is a favorite in our family, and I know I get a lot of questions asking how do we cook our liver? So this is a recipe on how to do it. I've got about a couple tablespoons, maybe 1 or 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. You can use whatever oil that you like to use. We like avocado oil, it's pretty healthy. You can use olive oil if you want, or some other kind of healthy oil. So while that's warming up and getting heated through, I'm gonna chop up 1 Anaheim pepper and 1 bell pepper. If you can make this really spicy, or you can just use bell peppers if you want. One thing I love about making big giant pots of stew is that you can add as much or as little as you like of something. It's really not a science. And if you don't like bell pepper, you don't have to add it. But it really does give it a really nice taste. So I highly recommend an Anaheim pepper and 1 bell pepper. That's usually the ratio that we go for. I've got 1 onion here. This is a yellow onion, and I think it goes really nicely with this recipe. You can use a sweet onion, but I like yellow onions for this recipe. Actually, it's really not going to matter how finely you dice or how perfectly you dice up these peppers and onions, because eventually it's going to go right into the Vitamix. And after you've cut all of these up, you're going to put them into your hot pan. Next, you're going to add 1 tablespoon of whole cumin. And if you're going to add any other seasonings to this recipe, this is the point that you're going to want to add them, because the heat and the oil are going to really open up those seasonings that have dried up and they're kind of like asleep. This wakes it up, and it's going to bring out all the best flavor and all of the best aromas out of your seasonings. I've got 3 garlic cloves here. This is some of our homegrown garlic. All right, I've thrown in the garlic at the last maybe 2 minutes, and right when you start to smell the garlic, that's when I turned off the heat. You can see that our onions, our bell peppers have a nice caramel color to them, and they are translucent and they're soft and pretty cooked through. All right, next we want to get this into our Vitamix. I'm gonna have Penelope help me scoop everything out into the Vitamix. The next thing we want to do is add a can of fire roasted diced tomatoes. If you grow your own tomatoes and you feel like roasting them over an open fire, go for it. This is a can of organic diced tomatoes. I like the fire roasted. I kind of feel like it goes with the flavor. So we'll add just about one small can of these. We raise and harvest our own pasture-raised chickens, so that's why this liver looks like it's in this package. If you buy some from the store, it'll look a little bit different. I use about 1/4 cup. So that's how much I put into this package. So it's about 1/4 cup. Normally we keep them frozen in our freezers, and this is semi-thawed. And that goes right into the Vitamix. All right, next we're just going to blend this up into a puree, and then we'll pour it back into the pan. I've left it a little bit chunky on purpose because it's going to give a really nice texture to the stew instead of being really runny. And now we are going to add in 1 package or 1 pound of grass-fed ground beef. I'm not going to put any oil in the pan because there was already oil in the pan, and there's still some in there. And I don't usually do that with ground beef because it has enough of its own cooking oils anyway. At this point, we are going to salt our beef, and I like to add a nice pink sea salt. And while we're waiting for our beef to cook up, let's chop up a head of cabbage. All right, now our beef is just about cooked all the way through. There might be a few pieces in there that need a little more time, but right now is a good time to add in our liver mixture. And we're just gonna stir that right into the beef. Now we're just going to let these both cook together on a medium to low heat for about 5 minutes. All right, Penelope's chopped up some beautiful cabbage into some finely diced pieces. We're not going to use the whole head, so let's scoop out and see how much we want to use into our recipe. Okay, that's about 3 cups. Let's stir it in and see how it looks. Okay, I just want to get this wilted down, and then we're going to add in our broth. We've got 2 cups of very cold broth, so we're going to have to let that warm up in the pan. I'm going to add about 1.5 more. All right, soup is done, and the frozen broth has melted all the way through, and it smells absolutely delicious. And that's one way to get your family to eat healthy liver, because it's loaded with vitamins and so many good things for our bodies. That's one way, is by making it pleasing to the senses, and it looks like normal beef and cabbage soup. It smells absolutely delicious, and the texture is really good too. So we're gonna ladle these into bowls and serve them. I hope you like this recipe. I hope you try it.
Hey everyone, we have just posted the winner to Art and Anna's fermenting course. It was a couple of videos back. I'll leave that link down below if you have not seen that video. But good news, that course is still available.
Yes, it actually ends tomorrow, Sunday, November 8th at midnight. So those of you who are on the fence, now's your last chance to get in on the Fermenting Foundations course.
And if you don't know of Art and Anna's fermenting course, Art from the Art and Bree YouTube channel, him and his sister Anna made this online fermenting course, and it's a really in-depth course. You have access to a personal, like its own Facebook group where they can answer all your questions and make you feel more comfortable to figure out how to do your own ferments at home. And Lorraine's been taking this course. And how you like the course?
I absolutely love this course. This is a great course, whether you're at a beginner level or you've been fermenting for a while like I have. This is a great opportunity to expand your knowledge on fermenting and really get comfortable with different methods of fermenting and just different recipes as well.
Yeah, not sure when this cart is going to be open again, available to purchase. So this is a very limited time. It was only this week and it ends tomorrow. So we'll leave that link down below in the show notes. Go check it out, and thanks for watching.